Welcome everybody. How's it going today? Well, today I have a little new altar I've made in my new home with some granite rocks that this piece of property that I now have has had, and I dug them up, polished them, and I put some of my crystals in there and coral. So gonna fool around with this altar, but mainly I want to introduce um, two new decks, really three, that I have brought out for us. And these are the Gods and the Titans, okay? And the Goddesses and the Sirens. And they came out pretty cool. I got to tell you, and the Tarot of Nefertari. And Nefertari was the Ramses II, the Pharaoh's wife, and he adored her. And I believe it was in the 19th dynasty. So we have to give respect because of, how much I adore my Isis. And Isis, too, is coming through to bless us with one card since I haven't spoken to her uh, in a bit. But so introducing two new decks. But what I am going to choose to do for today's reading, well, mainly what I think I've done is because I kind of read them separately, but I think they work better together. That's kind of, they got a better storyline, okay? And this was, when I did the reading, if I could tell you what came through, I don't think you'd believe me, but all the power players did. I even took a video of it, but I had it outside and it overheated and it went dead. But I took a mini video of the cards, but I don't think anybody still believed me what came through. But it was Osiris, and out of Isis came Horus and the Eye, and it was the Nefertari came out of the deck. But anyway, let's play with the gods and goddesses, and because I really think that we have to tap these ancestors. We really do. The ancestors want to speak to us, and we have to go into that spirit realm and speak with the gods and goddesses, and even if some of you may think that's mythology, okay, well, whatever you believe in, but I believe they had power. Civilizations, prayed and believed in their power. But even with Lady Isis here too, and Osiris, we can tell that, through archaeology, the Egyptians, they were physical people here on the planet, okay? They left dynasties and dynasties with mummies, human bodies. So what they believed in the resurrection is that, yes, our soul does continue. So, never feel lost in the respect, even if in, your present life on this earth is not perhaps what you would like, but it can always get better. That's what we try to do, resurrect towards that higher ascension, okay? But anyway, so we do have the players here today, Lady Isis, Tarot of Nefertari, and I will be reading from the book, but I'm going to do a 9-card spread. And yes, I think we'll go with 3 of the gods and goddesses, but I'm going to turn my head and close my eyes because this gold color is for the goddesses, and then this tan gray color is for the gods and the titans. Okay, so I'm going to turn my head, and then we'll pick 3, and let's see. Okay, I'm just going to put them down for now. Just set them on the altar, and then we'll go back to them. Okay, 3 of these, and this is pretty much a closing for the month of September because I've been wanting to do a reading, but I couldn't get to it. And I was sharing with somebody how I thought September was going to fly and be fast, and here it is. the 7th already. We've got that full moon in Pisces coming, so I hope that I can drop that video also. Oh, look at that. Oh my Lord, 3 came out of my hands, people. Well, these are brand new cards, but you know what? This is an initial reading on this altar, so I'm going to put all these 3 on top of Lady Isis, because obviously they want to come through. Those cards wanted to come through. Okay, so I'm going to put them right there at the deck, and now I was going to pull 5 of these, but because we have a few more cards and I'm not trying to make these readings too lengthy, I'm going to go with 3 of these for now, because we know that the Lady Isis closes also with a long reading. Her cards are long. Okay, so let us just, hold on, I want to focus on this deck because I really felt that this was another, power deck I have now. I thought the Tarot Transition, the other Egyptian deck was kind of heavy duty, but this one is also. Okay, and 3. Okay, so here we have 3 of the Tarot Nefertari. She was again the Empress. And I will pick at the end. We're going to flip some of these cards to see what the gods and goddesses and sirens and titans want to share with us. Okay, and this was the first card, and we have Helen of Troy. Okay, and it stands for beauty. And we know that she was one that a man was willing to battle for her, I believe. And that was all about how they brought all those soldiers in the horse, that horse they built, rolled on in. Didn't realize all the warriors were in there, I believe. But she stands for beauty. So, every day try to think of something wonderful in your life, beautiful. Even your health is a beautiful thing to feel you beautiful. So eating well, exercise outdoors. Doesn't have to be about beauty. Doesn't have to be about a lot of makeup or anything like that. It's really the more natural and healthy and vibrant you are, that's what beauty's about. Osiris came through. Oh my gosh. He came through again. How fabulous. Oh, yes. Renewal. And we will read from the gods. And I'm not on my iPhone, so I can take a little longer. But the pantheon god himself. It begins, I think, for the Egyptians, Jeb and Nuit, Geb and Nuit, are the mother and father of Osiris and Isis and Set. Set who killed his brother, and Isis who brought him up, because back then, in the lineage, how it started, the sisters and brothers were also, man and wife, pharaoh and queen. But Osiris has come through. And just to share, this is the lineage that, Nefertari and Ramses II come from the 19th dynasty. So this is, these were their grandparents, their ancestors, Isis and Osiris. And this is Isis here herself with her man, her lover, her brother, the father of Horus. She brought him back to life to have their child together. We'll continue, but anyway, yes, wonderful. Okay, you can see I'm getting excited because when I first opened this deck too, Osiris came through, for the gods and the titans, and I was overwhelmed because I had just bought the Tarot Nefertari, and for Egyptian, you know, information and awareness, and she came through, or he came through rather. Green man, abundance. Woohoo, people! Now nobody can deny that the word abundance has been coming throughout. Yes, it has. I think it came out twice in the last readings I've been doing. I just know abundance has been coming through, so that's magnificence. And you see, it's the green man, outdoors. Get outdoors. There's an abundance of nature. Nature, Mother Nature, when we get grounded, and especially if we can be barefoot, that energy comes from. Think of all those crystals inside her, okay, in the core, just giving you that vibrational energy of that strength, okay? Yes, and strength and spirit, you know. That's why we're not going to go there, but the green man has come through. Outdoors. Mac, Mac, magnificence. Yes, yes. Okay, and the next card. These are the three, and the three muses came through in the hands of when the three came through. So let's hold them together, because I guess that it was a triple play that wanted to come through. And the muses are about inspiration. Aren't they cute? Aren't they pretty? And one's holding a paintbrush, and another one seems to have a vessel here and a lyre over there, like a harp. Okay, wonderful. Yes, and they're doing the muses. Without the muses, as they say in the Greeks, without the muse, we wouldn't have the artiste. The three muses, beautiful. Oh, and looky here. We had the Mist himself. Hades, I'm telling you, people. The darkness is always in the details. It's called the balance. And we're going to start learning how to balance, okay? Because Hades is here, the death, and in the tarot, death stands for that transformation, and that's what we stand for with the the Egyptian, and how they believe, in the resurrection and the life, that we really never die. Maybe the body does, but that's why they try to glorify it and mummify it and things like that, so but their soul would continue to resurrect, and that's why they try to have codes and secrets on how they did everything, because they wanted that everlasting life, to continue in the next realm of the stars. So yes, but anyway, Hades, yeah, the underground man himself, the devil. And people, you can't kill the devil, okay? So just know he exists, and we learn how to, deal without him, right? We don't concentrate on the evil. We don't concentrate on the Hades. The haters, right? We don't concentrate on the haters. No, we don't. Let them take each other out. That's what I say. Okay. And we have the Five of Cups. Okay. We've seen that. We're catching up here. Okay, the Five of Cups. Some little working there, little, got to work a little challenge there, but it's all coming. It's all coming together. Yes, they are. And the Egyptians, everything they did dealt with Mother Earth, the earth, obviously the pyramids, thousands, I don't know, please, over 3,300, I'm embarrassed to say how old it is, but I mean, it's thousands of years old, and can't deny that's mythology. That is what archaeology is all about, and I find it all fascinating. But they were hardworking people, and you know, they fascinate me. As you can see, I've got this new deck to come through, and here we have the Fool is showing up. Number one, the first tarot card to start. So obviously, we're showing here that we do have a new beginnings, but we don't play the fool. That's why I like to call ourselves initiates, at the 0 level. We're initiating into understanding and awaken. And, that's what the awakening is all about, that, hey, we just weren't born in 1946 and we die in 2022. No. Our soul continues. And that's why, eh, it seems that we try to, or we come into the next life with amnesia, but if you start recognizing your soul, then you'll remember. Many people can remember their past lives, or if you put them under hypnosis, can speak of it. So, and obviously the Egyptians were all about that. And to bring Jesus in the picture 3,000 years later, in the respect of he was one that physically proved that God resurrected his son. And and Jesus was a Jewish, and but it doesn't matter what faith you follow, Christian or whatever, Muslim, in the respect that it proved that resurrection does exist, that he never dies, and he was at the highest awakening. That's why he was able to, go move forward. But anyway, the point is that we all can heal ourselves, and that we should never let go, okay? Because there's no reason to give power to the Hades, because that's all he knows is that soul. He wants to hold that soul back. He doesn't want you to fly with the angels towards the light of love. And now we have the 7 of Swords here. Okay, so we have some information coming through here that is very interesting now, because see, these cards are mental. Let me see, what did I do with the little book? Let's see, maybe it's still in the box. No? Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so let's see. Now we do see this woman, which I'm assuming is Nefertari, speaking to her falcon. Okay, and I know that the falcon has some meaning, which is heavy in the Egyptian. I'll have to read about it because I'm not exactly sure. But okay, so again, we've got some deep insight going on here. We've got Osiris, who speaks of renewal, and we've got the underground boy, so who speaks of death. So we see that we have that yin yang definitely going on, life death kind of thing. Okay, hold on. No. Okay, here we go. And the 7 of Swords: design, attempt, desire, hope, faith, small talk, fantasies, a plan which might fail, bore. Okay, so see, that's why we want to stay grounded and be certain of which way we want to move, okay, people? And it's all a new journey, okay? It's all a new journey. So it's all in New Jersey. So don't get too, oh, what if I don't make it? What if I don't? That's why it's good to know about the tarot, because here, yes, there's challenges, and this is another one. Let's read about what the 5 of Cups has to say here. Possible loss, justified fears. Let's see. Possible loss, justified fears, return of unfavorable people and situations, frustrated hopes. Okay, so, and these are our emotions too, and this is the air sign. Obviously the falcon represents the air, the wind, but also with the swords, it's that you kind of have mental anguish, and you're just starting out here on this new awakening, because we can't deny about awakening now. We just can't. And anyway, the child suit represents the element of water. The principal concept is the soul as the totality of inwardness and of emotionality, as well as the sentimental sphere. Okay, people, so we're really talking about the soul here, no doubt about it, okay? And I think we opened up with talking about the swords. And then it says the soul. But real quick here, the suit. Swords represent the air element, the key principles of the mind, and intellectual speculation. Okay, so don't go running away with the mind. Okay, don't let your mind get running away with you. Okay, well, let's, you know, I'm already at 20 minutes. I'm going to pull Lady Isis out to see where she can close it here, and I will kind of review a little bit of like Hades and Osiris, because I'd like you to read what Osiris came through. Okay, and Lady Isis is Horus is here. How fabulous. So is that not the coolest thing? Because Horus came through too when I first opened up this deck. So now I have two that came through, and this is the exact same card. My goodness gracious, you can see that I'm getting a little electric. I don't know. I might end this video with that 6-minute clip. I wanted to show all the cards that came through. But anyway, the Eye of Horus, awakening divine perception. Look at that. And we were just saying, this is what awakening we cannot deny anymore, okay? We can't deny. You know, Nefertari and Ramses II were human beings, okay? They lived on this planet, but yet they believed in this kind of way because it came from the stars, and that's kind of what it's all about. You know, even Jesus went back to the stars, you know. It's just, I don't know. It's this, we got to awaken to it. But Osiris and the Eye of Horus. So yes, let us continue with Osiris to read from the gods and the titans. Yes, yes, yes. Very powerful here, especially for me. It's sending me a message, and I will add, because I didn't want to add the video of 6 minutes, because you can tell I'm all hyped up. Oh my, all hyped up. And I'm sometimes like, oh my God, people, no wonder they say I don't get too excited. But I'll play it back and see if I'm not too excited, because here I'm nice and mellow in front of my, oh, the green man just showed up. Hold on a second. I might have to read him because oh, and there's Hades. Well, we want to go through that too. But first, we're going to establish Osiris' position, because he came through and he's arrived again. And this is the power player of the Egyptian pantheon, obviously. You know, Horus, the son of, and Set. And that, of course, the love of Isis for Osiris showed the balance of, you know, hate and evil that Set had towards Osiris to kill him and mutilate him, you know, so forth and so on. But that's the basis of Isis's love and her fellowship that we all have in her fellowship. Okay, Osiris, renewal. So pay attention to your need for rejuvenation and renewal, both physically and mentally. You are invited to experience the magic of hope. Okay, doesn't that sound nice? Let me see how long this is. Okay. There's an invocation, which is pretty long. These are as long as pretty much, but I'll just read the Osiris because he is the, you know, the major archetype player of this pantheon Egyptian. We must read about Osiris. Perhaps one of the most enduring gods of resurrection, Osiris, husband of Isis, is one of the key members of the Egyptian pantheon. Son of the earth god Geb, or Jeb, spelled G-E-B, and Nuit, N-U-I-T, goddess of the sky, Osiris developed into a god of death and rebirth after his own violent death. The story of Isis's love and devotion to Osiris after his brother Set killed and dismembered him is central to Egyptian myth. After Osiris's murder, Isis traveled the earth looking for the pieces of his body. She then cast a powerful spell which brought her husband back to life long enough to conceive a son, Horus. And that's the Eye of Horus that came through. Then Osiris retreated back into the underworld. As a deity of resurrection, Osiris gives hope to all that there was. Osiris gave hope to all that there was an afterlife and that death could be transcended. And that is the message of Jesus too. Okay, whoever believes in me will never die, because he wanted to prove he resurrected. Okay. Osiris did not judge the dead, but was also responsible for their afterlife and reincarnation. As a result, the energy of rebirth and renewal is tied more to Osiris than to the other lords of the underworld. Ancient Egyptians created complex magical processes, rituals, and rites, with Osiris as the central figure to ensure a successful resurrection after death. Depicted with green skin to signify his role as the force behind germination and fertility, Osiris ruled over the flooding Nile and budding crops. You can call upon Osiris when you need to be renewed, when you are tired, physically or mentally. His magical energy will nourish you when you feel like there is no hope, particularly after trauma or a difficult relationship. His presence will soothe you. Osiris also appears when there is a beginning or transition close at hand. Okay, and we were just saying, well, obviously, the transition is beginning as the initiate, because here it is. We are definitely starting something new, but we don't want to, allow any challenges to affect our psyche. That's why we're going to stay grounded, okay? And Osiris is here as a key player. He is the man. He is the god of the Egyptians to come through. Of all these cards, I was lucky to pull the Osiris, and so yes, and it does have a shadow side. So let's read that, because we already have Hades, and I want to bring Hades out. If we push ourselves too hard, destroy our bodies, or pay no heed to the fruitfulness of our relationships, sometimes it becomes too late or too difficult for complete renewal. Pay attention to your own self-care and your own rejuvenating power. Should you need to, take time to rest and repair. Osiris's visit often indicates the need for a retreat or a holiday, so not heeding this could make you less efficient and happy. Okay, very good. And I too have been trying to regroup, trying to get it all together, because things have been moving kind of fast here. Oh, the screen man, I'd like to read about him too. In the Eye of Horus, we got to touch base at least with the incantation for the Eye of Horus. We can't read the whole thing, because Eye of Horus has come through before in my other readings, and you all can read more about his powers. But I'll do the incantation at the end with him. But let's just go to Hades, because he came through. Like we talk about, the devil's always in the details. So this is very, very lengthy too. Death is not always a negative thing. Everything has a season. Leave behind what you no longer need. Okay, and that's kind of cool for the death card, because that's what we're always saying. Negate what no longer serves you. Release the past. That's why we follow these moon cycles and work with Luna to have that energy and that resource at our, to light those candles and say your intentions. Especially coming up this full moon, Pisces, it's going to be fab. But okay, death is not always a negative thing. Everything has a season. Leave behind what you no longer need. Okay, let me see what it continues here. How many pages is this stuff? Okay. Okay, so let's just see what the underground has to say. Okay, 30 minutes here. The three-headed dog Siberius guards the gates of the underworld, snarling and growling at anything that moves. The dog's jaws drip pools of saliva into the cool, dark stone. Soon a solitary figure approaches. It is Hades himself. His dog calms and submits its 3 heads for petting. The master has arrived. Hades is the Greek god of death. His name comes from the Hellenic word for invisible. This is because the realm of the underworld, also referred to as Hades, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, apologize, is invisible to all. Hades also owns a special helmet permitting the wearer to be undetectable. This weapon is featured in a number of stories, and many other gods wear it in war. Okay, so it continues. Let me go. Should Hades come forth in your life, this does not normally signify a physical death. An ending or a leaving behind is more likely, and this not always a negative thing. Everything has a lifespan, in particular ideas, beliefs, and fears that have passed their expiration date. Sometimes in order for growth to occur, death must too. Prepare to let go of ideas, aspects of your personality, or even a specific phase of a relationship to make way for new ones. Okay, so see, Mr. Transformation himself, Mr. Death, is saying, and then on the shadow side, it can read here, by recognizing our shadow aspects, we can make changes that allow some of these aspects to transform or simply die away. Okay, there you go. That's when, okay, in the Green Man Abundance, look, I was just turning the page. I'll just read the sentence and I'll let it drop at that. But we know you can look up the Green Man also. Prosperity and growth are bursting forth. Any seeds you plant now will flourish. Yes, will flourish. Very good. Okay, my friends, and just to go to the Eye of Horus, with Lady Isis, her son, on the table, I'll just read the incantation because, my goodness, their son arrived too, which is very cool. Okay, and we will close. Awakening divine perception. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. There we are. The magic people are there. And the blessings of the Eye of Horus. Again, this is another 3-page deal, so I'm going to go straight to the incantation and close with this reading. Thank you again all for watching, and I appreciate where we're going because things are moving fast, but we got to awaken to really the balance. The dark exists, can't kill the devil, but transformation is also there via resurrection. Why? I believe it pass these souls to the light, all of them to the light. Okay, so to release the negativity, can be controlled. Incantation of the Eye of Horus. This incantation can be repeated several times, gaining speed as you get used to the words. Feel the energy in the words as you speak aloud. You can add it to the end of the ritual above, or if it is not the right time for you to complete the ritual, you just choose a shorter healing process. You can use it on its own at any time. It is most effective if you take one moment to be in your heart, perhaps even placing your hand on your heart. I really like that. Perhaps even placing your hand on your heart when repeating the incantation, as it will help you stay in true insight, which always comes from the heart. And the incantation of the Eye of Horus. Eye of Horus, Eye of the Sun, let my divine vision fully come. I call upon your protection divine. May my gifts awaken in service and shine. Help me see through you. Help me see through your eyes so bright. Beloved Horus, Lord of light, I see accurately without distortion or fear. I am gifted with vision, pure and clear. Okay, and there we are. Well, thank you, my friends. I believe that we had some, and we do have the muses here too. The female principle is loud and clear, and anchored with Lady Isis. Beautiful. Have a wonderful end of September. Again, start working yourselves, escape the past, leave it there. Whatever, anything you've ever felt bad about, just let it go. Even if you're what you start doing today releases all, and whatever good you start doing today releases any negativity of the past. Okay, move forward. All right, transformation is here. They said it. Okay, and we had the God of renewal come through for us too. So we had Osiris come through. Okay, it's all here. It's what they were saying. Alrighty, just keep on moving forward, people. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Ciao.